Welcome to another startup and complete car documentation. What we have here is a 2013 Cadillac ATS Luxury Collection. This ATS is painted in Glacier Blue Metallic. You have smart key access on all four door handles. On the key fob, you have the buttons for lock, unlock, remote start, panic, and trunk release. This has the base engine, the 2.5 naturally aspirated inline-4. It does have a premium Bose sound system. Front door panels have storage. Of course, you get power windows, locks, and mirrors. And you also get two-person memory for the driver. It has a jet black interior with brushed aluminum trim, and luxury collection models have leather seat upholstery. Both front seats are fully powered. But now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. You of course also get push-button ignition. The Cadillac ATS made its debut for the 2013 model year as a new entry-level offering for the Cadillac brand. The goal of the ATS was to be a direct rival to the compact executive cars coming out of Europe, such as the BMW 3 Series and Mercedes C-Class. The ATS uses a compact, nimble rear-wheel drive platform and was designed to be fun and engaging to drive while still offering the sophistication of a luxury car, a formula that rivals such as the aforementioned 3 Series are renowned for. Cadillac even tested this thing on the Nürburgring during development. The ATS was also marketed by Cadillac as a luxury sports sedan, so this was definitely a different breed of Cadillac than the land yachts of decades past. The ATS was produced for a single generation, spanning from model years 2013 through 2019. For 2020, Cadillac replaced the ATS with an all-new model called the CT4. But back to the ATS. Initially, the ATS was only made as a four-door sedan, but for 2015, the same year the ATS got a mid-cycle facelift, a new two-door coupe body style was introduced as well. Things got even more spicy in 2016 when the ATS got the high-performance Cadillac V treatment. Yes, the ATS V entered the lineup that year, with a whopping 464 horsepower courtesy of a twin-turbo V6. A few other powertrain updates took place during the ATS's life cycle as well. 2019 was the ATS's last year, and that year the ATS was coupe only as the ATS sedan was dropped after 2018. The US market 2013 model year Cadillac ATS was offered in 4 trim levels: Standard, Luxury Collection, Performance Collection, and Premium Collection. 3 different engines were offered as well. The base engine, which this one has, is a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter inline-4 with 202 horsepower. The mid-range engine is a 2-liter turbo inline-4 with 272 horsepower, and finally the top engine is an NA 3.6-liter V6 with 321 horsepower. A 6-speed automatic transmission was offered with all 3 engines, but the 2-liter turbo was also offered with a 6-speed manual. Your drivetrain options were rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive, although base 2.5-liter models were rear-wheel drive only. In Cadillac's US 2013 sedan lineup, the compact executive ATS was the smallest, slotting below the midsize executive CTS. In the instrument cluster, we have 4 analog gauges, which are your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. And then we also have a digital info display, which can be gone through via these controls on the steering wheel. You pretty much have 3 configurable, well, thirds of the screen. You can say you want your fuel range on this one, then the center one. You hit menu, for different settings within the different menus like that, like these. And then this screen right here, you can configure that as well if you just want it blank, or your compass, or whatever you want. So once you get used to it, it's pretty straightforward. It has a 3-spoke design, leather-wrapped and multifunctional steering wheel. You have sport grips, piano veneer black trim, along with brushed aluminum-like accenting. As for controls, on this side you have your cruise controls, along with your hands-free phone, voice command button, along with the toggle for your heated steering wheel. Then on this side you'll find your audio controls, along with your information display controls. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. The parking brake is foot operated. You have your panel dimmer and your parking sensor toggle button. Climate vent for the driver. On this side you have your exterior lighting stock. And on this side is your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, got a speaker up top. Got the touchscreen interface for your Q infotainment system. We'll go over that more in a bit. Central climate vents. Push button ignition on this side. Hazard switch on the other side. Now this panel is also touch sensitive. There's no actual buttons. But with this you got your dual zone automatic climate controls, along with your 3-stage heated front seats. So it's similar to this infotainment screen, because with this, we'll go over it more in a bit, but all you have to do is lightly tap it, but it has this haptic feedback, so it'll you'll feel feedback in the screen, so it'll confirm that you pushed it, and then it does the same thing. Just barely tap it and it'll give you the haptic feedback on this part of the screen as well, with all the climate controls. And then with volume, you can just slide it. This is actually a hidden compartment as well. Just tap the bottom. Got some storage in there with a USB port. Little storage area with a 12-volt power outlet. Going in reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines. Below the shifter, you have your traction control button and your drive mode selector button. Your modes are Tour, Sport, and Snow and Ice. You have 2 cup holders right here, and a center console, which includes an SD card slot, 2 USB-A ports, and an aux port. The glove box is lockable. CD drive in there. I really like on this one these details. Design details. Really gives it a premium feel in here. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors and lights. Auto dimming rear view. OnStar. Passenger airbag indicator. Roadside assistance. Your overhead lighting. Garage home link, along with your one-touch auto power sunroof controls. And there are grab handles at all 4 corners. Alright, so here we have the Cadillac Q infotainment system, or Cadillac user experience, that we got in this 2013 ATS. Interesting to check this out and see how it's held up after 10 years, so it's 10 years out of date. But we have audio, we have AM, FM, and Sirius XM, And you can pair phones and whatnot as well. Pandora, Sirius XM Travel Link, so you'd have your local weather. You can bring up your climate controls. You can control your climate via the screen as well, in addition to these controls. And you do have navigation as well. Have a look at the map right there. It does have the pinch and stretch zooming feature like a smartphone. So, got that. And then along the top, you can go to your climate, audio, settings, phone, that kind of stuff as well. But now we'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window and take a look at the engine bay. All 4 windows are automatic down, and the 2 front ones are automatic up as well. The ATS Luxury Collection comes with these 17-inch 7-spoke polished alloy rims. Powering this ATS is the model's base engine for 2013, which is a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated inline-4. It's an all-aluminum power plant with dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, direct injection, and variable valve timing. Horsepower is rated at 202 at 6,300 RPM, while torque is rated at 191 pound-feet at 4,400 RPM. This engine is paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission with manual shiftability, which delivers power to the rear wheels. Running on regular unleaded with a 16-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates for an ATS like this one are 22 mpg in the city and 33 mpg on the highway. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. Stopping the ATS are 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes, and curb weight for this one is roughly 3,300 pounds. It is longitudinally mounted, being a rear-wheel drive platform. Rear seats are 60/40 split folding. Both front seats have map pockets on the backs. Rear passengers do get their own set of climate vents, as well as a little storage area with a 12-volt power outlet. Along with a folding center armrest with cup holders and some storage, and a trunk pass-through. Finally, you've also got little overhead lights as well with the grab handles. Single exhaust. The trunk of the ATS offers 10.4 cubic feet of space, which can be expanded on by folding the rear seats down. And as you saw earlier, the fuel cap is on the passenger side. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2013 Cadillac ATS. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.